We are live, Mr. Eric Tawai Muhammad.
Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people. Specifically, obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hardworking masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change, it already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere with anyone at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it?
Ready for Revolution, and welcome to another Global Wealth Building live event. And I know many of you here on this stream thinking that you came under your own volition, that you came by your own choice or by your decision. But I'm here to let you know that the universe has willed you here. The universe has willed you here because you have made a determination. You decided this, if nothing else. You decided that you're looking for something different. You're looking for a change. You're looking for a better way where there's been no way in the past. Well, if you're looking for that better way, I'm here to tell you, you've come to the right place. I'm your brother and friend, Brother Eric Toure Muhammad. I'm a student of Wealth Builders Worldwide and a member of independent affiliate of Karyabars International. Let me just share with you folks. My wife, Falami, and I are both Karyabars independent affiliates, and I'm a product of the movement. I'm a child of movement. My father, Baba Kwame Toure, you know him as Stokely Carmichael. He's been a fighter, a stalwart, and forerunner in the pursuit of freedom and justice and equity for all. And I'm a son of his as well as a follower of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I contribute weekly to the Final Call newspaper. A publication is read all over the world, and I am a member of Kalfani Radio International Network. And we work on self-improvement, and we move from a point of where we were to galvanize the people, move the people towards a greater reality. Well, that reality became more focused for me when I realized in all the pursuits, I needed a vehicle. I needed a way. I needed an option by which to realize all the things that I had desired or envisioned for myself. I needed to embrace a dream. And this couple right here, this power couple right here, helped me to hone in on the skill sets, the talents, everything that was given to me by the Creator to make my desires, the potential of my desires, a reality. This is Mr. Ty and Mrs. Valerie Best. They are the founders of Wealth Builders Worldwide. 25 years plus, folks. 25 years plus, they have lived a life of freedom. Mr. Best himself, on July 14th of this year, will have accomplished 25 years. That's a quarter of a century of freedom from corporate America, of freedom from having to punch a clock, of freedom from having to sign a contract for a salary or a wage. He's learned what you will learn here today. He knows and understands, along with his wonderful wife, who has not worked since 1987 for anybody else. You see, their pursuit of freedom and their encouraging of others to get on that pursuit is why myself and more than 120,000 of us as Wealth Builders Worldwide are here today. They're accomplished authors, they're millionaire mentors, and they are responsible for the Dream Chaser Manifesto. This book, which you'll learn more about later in this presentation, is a dreamer's guide to surviving in a jungle of non-dreamers. This illustrious power couple have within their household, under their roof, more than 100 years of freedom. And then a shining example. And we've honed in on the power and the understanding of what success is. Success, by definition, is the study of the obvious. Obviously, they have accomplished, and we follow their tutelage and their guidance. They're not the only power couple. Let me introduce you to the next 1-2 punch. This is Mr. and Mrs. Michael and Manisha Dalco. This wonderful family helped us to hone in on understanding what technology, what the meaning of true money is, and what drive will do for you when you're in the collective pursuit of your dreams. See, anybody can go after a dream when they realize they have the ability. But when you do it as a couple, people see you as a family coming towards you, offering safety, security, and longevity. This wonderful family, Mr. Dalco, a former mortgage banker, and Mrs. Dalco, a former corporate trainer. I say former because they both retired, their bosses retired their employers, and they are full-time Karatbar affiliates and top earners in this wonderful opportunity. We follow their tutelage as well. Boy, oh boy. Let me show you what they did by showing you what we do. What we do, quite simply, is we register for a free gold accumulation account. This automatically, family, once you establish this account, allows you to be a part of an illustrious body of 149 countries around the world, willing and ready to do business with you. Yes, 8 billion people in the world, and from the power of your cell phone, laptop, iPad, tablet, desktop computer, you can literally do that business from the safety and comfort of your home. And it's only right because right now, the majority of us are home anyway. The majority of us don't know what the next day has in store for us. But we, in the opportunity of Wealth Builders Worldwide, we do know and we understand where we are, and we're going to share that with you. So we register first for our free gold savings account, and we encourage you to do that. But not only that, we help you to save in pure gold. That's right, 999.9 pure gold. Gold is the real money. Gold is what's known as a tier 1 appreciating asset. And so any of you that understand what tier 1 means, it means no risk. So there's no gamble here. It's not a scratch card. It's not a lottery ticket. It's not a ETF. It's not a game of chance. It's not stocks, bonds, $1 now, $1 when you catch me. None of that. This is pure gold, folks. Gold is money. And we save it by simply exchanging the paper dollars that we have while it still has some limited value, and we exchange it for its weight in value in gold. We don't buy gold here. You can't buy money. But not only that, we save gold, and then we share with others how to do the same. We help them get started and set up their account properly. And what happens? You will automatically begin to enjoy a wonderful residual income because they're duplicating what you do. It's a wonderful business. And of course, there are no mandatory or monthly fees or costs in this opportunity. Everything we do in the world of Karatbars is optional, folks. It's all about a decision. It's all about a decision. And what helps you to hone in on this decision to join the many of us, the wonderful wealth builders who are enjoying this pursuit of freedom and equity, we start off with figuring out what our plan is. It's wonderful to want $8,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month, but that's not a plan. That's a desire. What is your plan? Anybody can wish for money. Anybody can hope for wealth. But what is your plan to acquire it? See, we help you to hone in on those skills, and we align you with a plethora of people who serve as a brain trust, who serve as a mastermind group that allows you to walk that pursuit, not only to enjoy the wealth you desire, but also to establish the cash flow that every household, every economy needs. So where are you in life right now? Where would you like to be in the future? And then the next question you need to answer for yourself, if you keep doing for the next 10 years what you did for the last 10 years, will you reach your goals? I can honestly tell you from my experience, you don't have enough time to continue doing the same thing you've always done. You know, America has done the same thing it's always done. And look at the shape it's in right now. Most of Europe, most of Africa, most parts of Asia, all have continued to do the same thing they've always done. And look at the shape that they're all in right now. The whole world is sitting still, waiting for the other shoe to drop. You, in this particular time, in the meantime, have the opportunity to dig your well before the water is needed. So there'll be a conversation that will eventually ensue with all the new life coming into the world, as we look at the spark in their eyes, as we look at the excitement in their face, as we look at the little smiles that we see approach them, and we hear the cute giggles. We know eventually we're going to have a realistic talk with them. We're going to have to help them to understand what kind of future they have in store. Is their future the one you're living now? Is it a future that's going to tell them they're going to go to school for 12 years, college for 4 more years, and they're going to die broke? Is that the future? That doesn't have to be your future. That's just an eventuality conditionally. Conditions. If you do X, Y, and Z, this will happen. If you don't do X, Y, and Z, that will happen. You don't have to live within the conditions now because you know the truth. You know what you've been exposed to, and it's not your fault. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know, because today you know, and as a result, you'll have a decision to make. And here's what we know. We went 21 years of school. Most of us graduated at age 26, maybe graduate work at age 26, and we hustled backwards ever since then. We got our degrees to get a job, not get our degrees to develop a job, create a job, develop the efforts of others so we can enjoy something residually, so we can have time freedom and financial freedom and security. No, that didn't happen. It may have been what we wanted, but that's not what happened. Instead, we end up hustling backwards. We end up getting sucked into corporate jobs. Many of us, 40 years of our life, we worked 40 hours a week and retired on 40% less income than we were earning in the first place. And what we were earning in the first place, folks, was not enough. Then there's other of us who would jump from job to job, pillar to post, rob Peter to pay Paul, only to find ourselves hustling in desperation, trying to catch up to bills that we acquired through degrees, pursuits, loans, family grew in the meantime, you know, mortgages, rents, car notes, all these things took place, and none of that was factored into the job that we accepted. It's expensive to keep a job. It's expensive to get a fresh set of clothes every day. It's expensive to get food and nourishment so you can get through the hours that you punch in and punch out. It's expensive to get your hair and nails done every week or every 2 days or whatever the case is that many of us do in order to look apart. But here is an opportunity where you get a chance to be the part. Not going to work the business of someone else. You are the business, and we're going to show you how. So in this matrix timeline, you see what we suffered. We came out with all these trainings, not education or training, because the education will guide you into onto a road of prosperity. A training only guides you to operate within a society or within a confine. So in our training, we learned that retirement ages had everything to do with numbers. This is the one of the biggest misconceptions of all times, because retirement has nothing to do with numbers. It has everything to do with money, not your age. So we find ourselves in the pursuit of, through false realities, we now find ourselves downsizing everything from our dream to our actual current existence. Some of us even find ourselves going back to work, working miserably until we're retired, not under our own volition or choice. Time has called us home. But how do we want to be remembered? Do we want to be remembered for leaving a bunch of debt? We can't leave the job if we're professionals. We can't leave our engineering degree, our doctorate degrees. We can't leave our degrees to our children to work in our profession. What are we leaving? What kind of legacy will we leave? Doing the same thing we've done the next 10 years for what we did the last 10 years? We don't have a lot of time. We don't have the time to do that. We need a new direction, and we help you achieve financial freedom in the world of Karatbars International. As wealth builders, we teach the culture of achieving that. First, we help you to understand the keys. Creating residual income, accumulate appreciating assets. Remember, we identify gold as being real money. Gold is an appreciating asset. An asset, for those who may not know, simply put, it's a value instrument. It's that thing that continues to grow over time. So that means you get it, you hold it, you keep it, and watch it run for you. We outpace inflation. We outrun inflation. We outdistance inflation, because that number one tier one asset, gold, is a hedge, a protection against and away from all inflation or exponentiating costs. And when you understand that the home-based business is the best business you can absolutely have, you have now moved into the tier of wealthy who enjoy the benefits and utilize the advantages found in the tax codes that were written for you as a home-based business in the first place.
Oh my gosh.
Where's all your money gone, Donnie?
Taxes. 9, 10, 11. Let me fix my houses.
Bug, it's okay. It's part of the game.
No, it's not. It's not fun.
It's not fun to what?
It's the worst part of the game.
Oh, it's what?
Taxes.
Wow, what did little Donnie know and understand at that age? And where could he be right now in the world of wealth building as a home-based business? Listen, taxes, family, can take as much as 40% of the income you worked so hard for over the course of your career. Why? Because in this society, we have what is known as tax liabilities. And your tax liability is based on your disposition. If you're an employee, then you assume 40% of the tax liability. If you're self-employed, meaning you own the job, you assume 60% of it. But when you work from a system, one of which we're going to introduce to you, it not only reduces your tax liability and responsibility, but it grows your wealth. And not only will it grow your wealth, it in turn allows you to reinvest into yourself and reduces completely your tax liabilities or tax responsibilities. Because you have now successfully put yourself in a position to allow money to work for you. When you're on this side of that quadrant, B as in having a system, and I making money work for you, B meaning the business of leverage, and I meaning the investing into yourself. When you maximize those quadrants, you are on pursuit or in the run for time freedom, financial freedom, and location freedom. How do we do it? What do we do about it? Let me give you another example. Hopefully this will bring it home just a little more. Now, when you punch in and punch out in your job, you punch that clock, that's known as linear income. Okay? When you have a linear income, you have an active income. That active income is whatever you earn between the time you start and the time you end. There's nothing beforehand, there's nothing after. It's fixed. Just like a retirement income, it's fixed. Just like a Social Security income, it's fixed. These are fixed models, a linear income that cannot grow and definitely can't grow at the pace of inflation. So that's linear income, okay? With linear income, you may have a job and you're getting a little change, a little money, but you have no leverage because you're selling your time for it. You're selling your time for the little money that you get. You're already getting underpaid. You're already financially undernourished, and you've given away all your time to pursue anything else. Then you have those who own the business. Well, if you're responsible for opening the door, closing the door, turning the lights on, turning them off, handling the payroll, getting the inventory, making sure things happen, getting clients, doing your advertising, when you do all of that, you also may see a little more money, or what we call money. However, time. You don't have time. So you're still selling your time for money. So yes, you don't want to just be an employee, and you don't want to just own a job. You want to own a business. And owning a home-based business allows you what's known as passive income or residual passive income. Passive income is that money that comes in, that income that comes in, that's not dependent on your presence. Oh, man, look, when you own a system, okay, it allows you to utilize the efforts of others. And what happens is it grows your financial stability. It grows your wealth. And you have the power of investing into yourself. And that's when money begins to work for you. And that can really, truly only happen when you're dealing in a business, a owned system that allows you to enjoy a residual, handsome passive income. Boy, look, a linear income cannot outwork exponential inflation. That means every tick of the clock, the cost of living goes up, but your salary doesn't. That's a problem. Now, this great man who is a living legend in our midst, Mr. Michael L. Dalcoe, taught us what it is to understand money, He said, if you don't find out what real money is, you will work until you die. Just a little more about him. He found out what it is. And under the tutelage of Mr. Best and all these great wealth builders, do you know that within 103 days, he replaced his entire six-figure income and walked away from the mortgage bank that he was working? He was over 3 branches, been there 15 years, and he's able to replace all of that annual six-figure income within 103 days in this opportunity of having a home-based business in Karat-Bars International. Listen, Mr. Dalcoe says, in order to understand what money is, anything defined as money must be a store of value. It must store your labor. It must be worth as much or more in the future as it is today. So we save gold. And many of us in this opportunity, we just started saving gold a few days ago. A few days ago, gold might have been $1,700 an ounce, $1,600 an ounce, $1,500 an ounce. Today, it's over $1,800 an ounce. So whatever we saved in the declining paper dollar, it is now worth more in its weight and in its value than your paper could ever been worth. Now, Mr. Warren Buffett, arguably one of the greatest investors in modern day, he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And that's very true. And that speaks to the model we're showing you, this business model that we show you in Wealth Builders Worldwide. We help you to understand the power of paying yourself first, saving for yourself. Now, it's all born out of a strategy that we want to introduce to you before we show you how you get that money. Okay? It's known as a group economic strategy. And we love this because you're dealing with the combination of leverage as well as exponential growth. Now, I talked about owning your system, right? Well, you're in your own business, in this home-based business as a wealth builder in Karat-Bars International. Although you're in business for yourself, I encourage you to understand and believe that you're not by yourself. Okay? Just as we're sharing this presentation with you today, just as you heard the wonderful presentation of Mr. Williams earlier, and all the moderators throughout the week, and all that you see us do in live streams, and all the trainings that will come later today and this evening, it also shows you that you are never alone in this opportunity. So, J. Paul Getty, as we said earlier, we talked about the owning the business. Okay, J. Paul Getty says that as a wealth principle, he says, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. Wouldn't you love the power of delegating like that, like corporations do you when you go punch in and punch out? You find yourself in a pool of employees who are also working to make a way for themselves. In the meantime, the residuals enjoyed by the corporation who have massively used your labor to inculcate a residual for themselves, a profit for themselves. Listen, family, when you earn a wage, you earn a living. But when you own the system and you allow the system to build your profit from the very wealth principle that we're talking about with Mr. Getty, you no longer earn a living. You earn a fortune. You earn a legacy. You earn the right to be remembered. Let me share with you what the number one secret is amongst millionaires. We pay ourselves first. And we get paid to even tell you that. We pay ourselves first. We pay ourselves in gold, not paper. Again, we don't buy gold because you can't buy money, but we can take that thing that you deem money, that declining paper dollar, while it still has some value, we can exchange it for its worth in gold, and we hold the gold. Listen, what do I mean by exchanging? If I ask for change of $1 and I give you $1 bill and you give me 10 dimes or 4 quarters or 100 pennies, right? 20 nickels. If I give you that, was that a purchase? No, that was an exchange. I didn't buy anything from you any more than you purchased anything from me. It was just exchange. So we learn how to exchange the paper for gold. And then we develop a new mentality to develop new money movement habits. See, because in the working class or the have-nots, we spend and save eventually. Amongst the wealthy class, what we do is we save and invest. And along with that investing in ourselves, we circulate amongst our community. You're going to find as your wealth building community grows, your circles grow smaller because you're starting to hone in on the things that cost you time, that allowed you to waste time, that allowed you to waste money, to allow you to waste efforts to build legacy. You see, it's a race against the clock most times, but now you're in position to not so much the race against the clock, but to run alongside of the clock. You embrace time as your partner. You embrace money as your partner, and you grow and run towards freedom. But it's a mindset, folks. We have to retrain our brains. See, the habits we had in the past were all formed by the way our brain was trained. Okay? 40,000 hours of programming goes into the average mind that goes to school and then goes to work. 21 years of training, you call education, is 40,000 hours of programming that goes on, folks, not to mention whatever baggage we brought along with us. You see? So what influences the habits is who we're around, what we're exposed to, what we listen to, who we see, what we learn, what we do. All those things play a part, and we do it through the mediums, the radios, the televisions, reading magazines, going to movies, playing games, handling events. But if these events and all these things are not geared towards our pursuit of freedom, then it's going to leave us floundering, you know, in other areas and never getting on the road to a true pursuit, a true quest, or accomplishing our real dream. But when you retrain the brain, you engage all of your influences. What influences the brain? What influences the mind to work? Well, habits, behaviors, and activities are influenced by the engagement of the mental, the physical, the emotional, and spiritual. You know, this means that you literally have to work in concert with everything that goes on in your mind, just like everything that goes on in your body. If you want your hand to move, your mind has to tell it. And then the whole coordinating thing that goes on that communicates the signals through the shoulders, through the arms, to the hand, and then through the appendages, right? The fingers. You know, all these things happen when in coordination that we don't have to think about. Why? Because there's a system already in place doing it. So when we take ownership of the system that's in place, which is this beautiful thing we call brain, this beautiful thing that we call mind, when we engage the influences that influence those habits and allow them to work in concert with each other, then we develop the new habits and we develop a way to change our very lives. So now we're going to show you this home-based opportunity that allows you to secure financial stability and independence. It allows you to create a hedge of protection in the time of crisis. And it all begins with your free gold savings account, your free gold accumulation account. This is Karatbars International. We are the world's largest providers of gold in small, friendly, transactionable weights. We're based in Stuttgart, Germany. There's our beautiful building there on the right. And to the left of that building, you see an overhead shot of the headquarters, Carabal's, and the Mercedes-Benz headquarters. Why? Because they're just across from each other, in case you just need to know which one is where. We're just across, and we have a wonderful partnership with them. We are in 149 countries to date, and we're growing. This is our founder, CEO, and founder and visionary, two-time author, Dr. Harold Constantine Sykes. Dr. Sykes is the author of The Future of Money and Think Big, and he's done both, and miraculously has produced his dream for us, and is still growing. What's the dream? He says, and I quote, "My mission is to produce the highest quality gold available in the market, make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point where everyone can afford. My goal," he says, "is that Carabal's helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. The system of debt is a system of poverty. And all of us have been touched by it. Poverty is punishment for a crime you did not commit. Allow Carabal's to exonerate you." See, because everybody who knew better did better and didn't tell us in the past. But Dr. Sykes is telling us now while we're alive and on the ground. Look, J.P. Morgan, he knew it. Alan Greenspan, he knew it. Miles Monroe, God be pleased, he knew it. He would tell us. And here you have Mr. Sean Puffy Combs, who tells us right now, I'm transferring gold to gold now. He's doing it now. J.P. Morgan said gold is money, everything else is credit. Alan Greenspan said gold is always accepted. Neither one of them made it available to us, but they made sure they hoarded it. Let me show you the power of the new age, the future of money, and gold being accessible to us. Here's our gold. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Carabal's Cash Gold. Now, Cash Gold is our paper notes with gold embedded inside of it. Pure gold. I have some around here somewhere. My children might be showing it off, but pure gold, okay? And it comes in the gold cash cards. Listen, each Cash Gold card is equipped with a black light authentication feature on the front. It's also physical because it is physical gold. It's not an ETF. It's not a promise to have. You can actually literally have it stored or freely shipped to you, stored for free rather, or shipped to your home by just a push of a button in your virtual office. You're going to learn more about that. It's also digital because it can be used like a digital currency to purchase within our ecosystem, and Cash Gold can be exchanged for cash within the ecosystem without having it shipped home to you. Now, it's interesting because we talk about digitized currencies, which leads me to talk to you about the different payment systems and hard asset cryptocurrencies. Now, I know you don't think that, I know you think there's very little you can do with gold, that you can actually access gold. Well, in our world of Carabal's, not only can you get the physical gold, but you can also get digitized gold, digitized currency, which is crypto. And don't think that you never experienced that before, because money has been digitized in the United States for the last 40 years. It has. That's why you have less cash in your possession than you did in the past. That's why you walk around with 12, 13, 14 different cards in your wallet or in your purse, trying to figure out how you're going to make a payment. That's why you had checks that you used to write. Some of you still write checks, and it represented the money that you had in your possession, which really wasn't on you. You see? So it's always been a digitized nation of finance for the last 40 years. But let me show you where the world is right now. You've heard of Bitcoin. You've heard of these different currencies. Look, here's a financial map in terms of what you're allowed to pay with in this particular professional's office. So all professional fees are non-refundable. He says, I will pay today, and allows you to choose. Check that out. It allows you to choose between your method of payment. Your method of payment could be cash, it could be PayPal, it could be gold or silver, because gold is accepted everywhere. It could be American Express, it could be a Macy's card for those that are still around, Discover card, Visa, MasterCard, debit card, or Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency is here to stay, folks. It's here to stay. Well, what does Carabal's have to do with that? Well, to put it quite frankly, Carabal's has a lot to do with it and more, because we have our gold, and we have our gold in the form of a magnificent crypto. We're going to show you the future of money. And while other people are speculating over it, we have it, and it's here to stay. I want to introduce to you our new V 999 gold stable coin. Now, for those who may not understand that all, don't worry about it, because you will, because there'll be no way you can avoid the fact that millions around the world who trade in cryptocurrency, who trade in coin exchanges, they understand how volatile that arena is. However, they utilize what's known as a safe stop. They utilize this thing called stable coin. And it was a thing before, because stable coin, you find it most popular, Tether and USD Tether. These have the ability not to grow your wealth, but what they do, they stop you from loss. So when you find yourself in volatile markets, Bitcoin goes up and down, it's very erratic, okay? But if you invested $18,000 hoping that it was hit that $20,000 mark or more, and now it's sitting around $9,000 and dropping, you want to secure what you have left before you lose it all. So you move whatever you have remaining in coins and you move it to the stable coin. The stable coin just holds it. It holds it. It locks in the value of whatever it is right then at that price point, matching it per dollar. Okay. And then when you're ready to move into the market again, all you have to do is move it out of that stable arena and put it back into the volatile climate that you like. However, with our coin, it's a little different, because we have the stable coin, but the difference between our stable coin and the world, the global currency of the world is the US dollar. Well, we already know that's gone. If you pardon the vernacular, that's already gone. Okay. So what we're dealing with now is gold, a hard asset covering our coin. That means the coin can never fall below the value of the gold that not only backs it, but it also has the ability to grow for you. And how it works for you, simply, I'll say this and we're going to keep it moving. This could be you. Your first stop, you go ahead and get your multi-gold package. You're going to learn about that. And getting that multi-gold package allows you to then move on to accumulate more cash gold, that beautiful rendering of gold you saw just a moment ago. You get more and more of it, giving you liquidity, because you can move it physically or you can move it along the platforms digitally. And it allows you then to go ahead, move further and leverage yourself with residual income by building your network. Your network in a home-based business is your net worth. Who would you refer to let them know that if you save in gold, you get paid to save? Who would you let know that if you exchange your declining paper dollar for its power in gold and learn more about this opportunity in the crypto space and more about the opportunity in the physical enhancements of gold, who wouldn't you tell who would do as you do and create your residual income, grow your residual income? And then, you know, you can then take that cash gold and move it towards the stable coin and put your stable coin out there in the marketplace to make it work for you, because you get a percentage of everywhere that stable coin moves in the marketplace. Now, let me ask you this. How many of you have paid fees against everything you've ever done financially, and that company who charged you the fees broke you off a little back and said, here, this is for you. Thank you so much. It doesn't happen. But in your world of Karatbars, where you control the entire ecosystem, you get paid for your coin because your coin works for you. All your money works for you. As Mr. Roger Williams first taught me when I came to this opportunity, he said, get in the way of the movement of money. You can't get in the way if you don't know where it's coming from or where it's going. And you can't get in the way if you don't know what street it's on, if you don't know the roadmap. Here it is, all over here. Okay, so let's look at the compensation plan. Now, I'm gonna tell you straight up, we are not financial advisors. Those are the folks that got you broke. We're not financial advisors. That's why you're sitting on your couch now trying to figure out what it is you're gonna do with your life and take control of the economy under your own roof. We are not financial advisors. This presentation is not designed to give financial advice. You hear me? The following examples show calculations for illustration purposes only and is not a guarantee of income. The only thing that guarantees your income is what you put behind your dream. If you have the drive, if you have the desire, if you have the determination, if you have the discipline, you will realize the lifestyle of your dreams. Now, again, we already told you it all begins with a free gold savings account, right? That gold accumulation account is yours. Name, number, address, phone number, date of birth, email address. You choose a password, you choose a username, and you're in business. We don't want anything else. Carabao doesn't need anything else from you. Okay? So you have that free gold savings account. And that free gold savings account allows you to save gold for yourself. But look, you get a bonus with that account. It's known as the Unilevel bonus. The Unilevel bonus is once you've opened your account and you sponsor at least five people. Well, I know you're going to tell more. Look how many people are on this stream. I'm telling a whole lot of people right now. How many can you tell? How many people are you willing to tell that you save gold for yourself and you get them to do exactly what you've done? Do you know that will put you in a position to earn monthly more than a 6% commission monthly in this opportunity just to encourage people to do what you do? Now, I personally, I liked that when I was introduced to it and I jumped on it right away, but I wanted more. Is that a crime? I already knew that I wanted more. I was getting more with the monthly, but I wanted more. Was it a crime? No. So I didn't want to get paid only once a month. I wanted to earn it as Carabao's officer. You can get paid up to 5 times a month just saving your money in gold. Well, when you do that, how do you get there? Well, you have to activate the entire system. And that's where it comes into acquiring you a package. This is our dual system, folks. When we activate the package, we activate the system by acquiring a package. Any status-bearing package will open up a whole world of compensation for you in the world of Carabao's. So that cash gold that you've been saving, all you simply do is exchange that cash gold for one of these beautiful packages. And what happens when you exchange it? Those packages come with gold. You're exchanging gold to acquire a package, and the package comes with a status that allows you to earn weekly. Also, it also comes with gold. Dr. Sykes and the Carabao's community just continues to throw the wealth at you. Just throw it at you. Listen, every one of us who acquires a status-bearing account, package rather, whether it be bronze, silver, gold, or VIP, they all come with a gold matching bonus. That means you make that package available to somebody else and they acquire that package from you, you in turn get a bonus, a matching gold bonus, meaning I'm a VIP. So at my number 7 here, 7 generations in, I could earn up to almost 1.5 grams of gold off of each person acquiring the package in my downline. And dependent upon the status you acquired, that determines how many generations it runs. It goes from 7 down to 2. It's all up to you. Everywhere there's an area to get in where you fit in. This opportunity leaves no one out. It comes with a direct commission component. You're gonna love this because, you know, we talk about the economic strategy. When we talk about leverage and exponential growth, I'll give you an example of how it works. If I were to make a package available to Ms. Tanisha Glaspie, Ms. Glaspie gets that package from me, I would get a 10% commission. If Ms. Glaspie turned around and made a package available to Mr. Williams, I would earn a 3% commission. And if Mr. Williams turns around and makes a package available to Mr. Dalco, I would still earn a 2% commission. Whether I knew Mr. Dalco or Mr. Williams or not is immaterial. It's not even relevant because Ms. Glaspie saw the power of the opportunity and she ran with it. And I earned money. But wait, we're talking about leverage now, combined with exponential growth. Do you know that Ms. Glaspie has sponsored over 600 people? Mr. Williams, somewhere in the upwards 400 people. I'm trying to catch up to Mr. Williams. I don't run with him anymore because he run too fast for me. We were at, okay, sidebar. I know, this is called sidebar hate. I'm side hating right now. We were at one of our wonderful conventions, our Let's Go convention here in Atlanta, Georgia last year. And as we were going through some preliminary things, you know, Mr. Williams and I are walking through the venue and people are coming towards us, and, you know, and we have our opportunity hats on. We're introducing us to everybody. We speak to everybody. We speak to more, we say less to more people faster, but we say it to everybody, 98.6 and breathing. And so we were vying in righteous competitions, we call it. And Mr. Williams would do things like, hey, man, your shoe's untied. I'll look down, he's gone. He already got to that person. Both will see the person at the same time. Hey, what time is it? I look at my watch, I look up. He's already there. You know, what's that around the corner? I turn around, look back, Mr. Williams already there with the next person. So I was sort of side hating right then. But that's what happens when you really know how to be about your business. Okay, so exponential growth. I didn't only tell Ms. Glaspie. I told 10 others. And those 10 did exactly what I did. And as a result, I got a 10% commission off of each one that I told. And then they earned me a 3% commission against 100 people because they went out and told 10 people. And then I earned from 1,000 people a 2% commission because those 100 people did exactly what I told my 10 to do. That, folks, is leverage and exponential growth. And I can guarantee you, I wouldn't know any of those 1,000 people any more than I knew the 100 people, and probably and barely only knew the 10 people that I spoke to about the opportunity, because exponential growth. Who does not want money? That's what we all work for. Well, our product is money. We cut all the steps in half. So if you look for ways to make more money, if you keep financial opportunities open, well, I have the offer for you. We have it for you right here. Then you have the dual team bonus. It gets more gooder because money just keeps coming. All right. You have your status bearing package. Remember, VIP, gold, silver, bronze, everyone you have, it's okay. Because what happens is it creates this dual team pattern. All right. Where you have a left team and a right team. Okay. Every time anyone on your left team or right team acquires gold packages or other products, it creates units. Okay. Those units get you paid, player. Look. When you have 25 on one side and 50 on the other, it creates in your system what's known as a dual team payout, or a DTP. And DTPs run just like the monthly commission that comes from your free savings account, the Unilevel. It runs into infinity. That's forever, folks. And depending upon which package you have, determines how much that dual team payout is. So when you have 50 on one side, 25 on the other, that will guarantee you a 40 euro payout if you're a bronze, or 80 euro payout if you're a VIP. If you don't know what euros are, let's talk in US dollars. At a VIP status right now, the 80 euros would be somewhere around $102, $103. Okay, now that's nice, a dual team payout like that. But you can earn it up to 180,000 times a week. I want you to understand the power in this now. What you can do from this beautiful little instrument known as phone. I keep a bunch of them. I got our phone here, the K1 Impulse. You know, I keep all my finances and financials together here. You see, listen, you can earn up to 180,000 dual team payouts per week. How many times can you get the employer to give you the same check over and over and they all be good? Look. As a bronze status holder, you can earn up to $1 to maybe $1.4 million a week. Just imagine what it could be at the VIP. Same job, same responsibility, same opportunity. You do the same exact thing with each package. It's just a matter of whether you want a hamburger or you want steak. Okay? You want scrimps or you want salmon. It's entirely up to you. Okay, get in where you fit in. We're here for you either way it goes. We all make the money. Now, this matching bonus, I don't want you to confuse this matching bonus with the gold match. The gold match is a bonus of gold. The matching bonus is a bonus of cash. Yes. So, depending upon your status, you earn generations of cash just as you would gold. How do you do it? Well, every time one of them got paid, in the example I just gave you, whether it be Ms. Glaspie, whether it be Mr. Williams, whether it be Mr. Dalco, any one of those get paid, I get paid because they got paid. That, family, is the cash matching bonus. Boy, oh boy. Listen, and how we get the money. It easily comes across our prepaid MasterCard. We have a private partnership with MasterCard, just like we have a private partnership with FedEx. Okay. And that partnership allows me, because I chose to use the whole system, the compensation system, I chose to earn 5 times a month as opposed to once a month. So I get 5 payments on my MasterCard. And because I save in Classic Gold Bullion, I'm part of a loyalty bonus that allows me to earn up to 25 grams of gold every month after a year of consistent gold bullion saving on the Karatbars account, on your own account, your gold bank. BYOB, no, don't bring your own brown bag. Be your own bank. BYOB. We can keep the other B in there. Be your own bank, brother. Look. So we have all the power and all the tools by the way we earn. And when you open your free gold savings account, you automatically qualify for something that just stayed behind the scenes you knew nothing about. It's known as the Karatbars Automatic Long-Term Incentive Program. That program allows you, family, to the more euros you generate for the system inside of our ecosystem, your earnings can be anywhere from a beautiful crafted leather bag all the way up to a prime villa. Anywhere in the world, your choice. Karatbars International will build a home $1 million US up from the ground up with your name on the deed, keys in your hand, free and clear. Mr. and Mrs. Dalco have just qualified recently and earned this C-Class 40,000 euro Mercedes-Benz. But you also have the opportunity to exchange it for the gold value. Well, we're wealth builders. They took the gold, even though they might be hard to press now because they're moving pretty close to this E-Class series, and they're just a few paces away from the S-Class. Listen, we're all on fire here, folks, and we understand the power of success. The definition of success is the study of the obvious. It empowers you. They've already blazed a path. They've emblazed a path. You might as well jump in your ride and roll with it. So the Karatbars advantages, we're a 9-year-old company, and we're operating out of 149 countries and growing worldwide. Our products are delivered directly by FedEx, and our commissions are paid on the MasterCard I just showed you a moment ago. There are more than 1 million customers and affiliates in the world of Karatbars worldwide. However, there are 8 billion people in the world. We're almost out of breath. We ain't even started yet. You need to jump on board. And you get that state-of-the-art virtual office I talked about. Listen, when you get your free gold savings account at no cost to you, you get a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week worldwide software operating for you on your own bank. Your own bank. Be your own bank. You have a complete support system. As I mentioned to you earlier, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. We are here with all the trainings. We're here with all the support. You can reach out to any of us as your upline sponsors. We're more than happy to serve you because helping you helps us as well. Okay? There's no cost to register. It's free to join. You have nothing to lose but your chains. And there are no mandatory monthly fees or expenses. You're in business for yourself. You're not by yourself. And your product is what the world is chasing. Money. They just don't know what it is. We do. Our product is money. 24 karat 999.9 pure gold bullion. So you're in the right place ahead of time, folks. You have a worldwide market. You have unique products. You have innovative company. You have substantial compensation system here. There's no greater compensation plan than that which you find in Karatbars International. And you have tremendous customer support. You can work it full-time, part-time. You know, it's high potential. In fact, if you get back to the one who introduced this opportunity to you right now and get busy, do you know within 90 to 120 days, you can probably enjoy $2,000 to $3,000 a week. It's entirely up to you. I mean, a month, rather. It's entirely up to you. You can enjoy it a week too. Many of us do. You know, I'm just trying to slow the roll. Listen, there are 3 things you want to do. When you come to this opportunity, you want to save in gold. You want to save in gold. If you know nothing else, know that gold is money and it's continuously going up. And anytime you find the economy doing this, not knowing which way to turn, what the next step is, when you find a high rate of unemployment, when you find something that's such as a pandemic where you can't go out and provide normal activity that you were accustomed to, and when you have the rumors of war on horizon, absolutely no. The more gold you have, the wealthier you are. You want to tell people, you want to tell everyone you can. You want to tell everybody you love, everybody you may not even know. You even want to tell the people you hate. Why? Because then you have a reason not to hate them anymore because they'll have what they need and they won't be hating on you. And You want to make money at the same time. This is known as the STM system, coined by Mrs. Valerie Best. Saving gold, S. Tell a lot of people, T. Make a lot of money, M. You can do it. Please take a screenshot of this, a picture of this card here. This is our customer support card here in the world of Karatbars. When I say customer support, it's also your affiliate with support. This is where we learn about all our training. This is where we learn about all our events. We learn about everything that's going on in the world of Karatbars. Okay, we have something live happening every day, 24 hours, 7 days a week. And when you don't see it live, you see it in replay. That's just how powerful it is. What do you mean you have everything going on live every day? Because there's always a wealth builder somewhere that's on a stream somewhere shouting at somebody about this opportunity. I know I do it all of the time. Hey, by the way, what are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow? Look, I got something for you. Did you know that your home-based business provides the largest, greatest tax break in the free enterprise system? Tax codes were written for people who have home-based businesses. And you can only get it done through a home-based business. You want to get your money back, all that you pay out in taxes throughout the course of a year? Operate your home-based business. Let us set you up successfully, and you'll get your money back to start off the next year and in the last tax season. I'm telling you what I know. Listen, this Saturday, just go to wbwevents.com and register for the Super Saturday Tax Saving Webinar with Dr. Ron Mueller out of Texas. Dr. Ron is going to be there, and he's going to be presenting for us. And our speakers will be the doctors, David and Dr. Rhonda Hollins. Listen, this tax session will allow you to work your Karatbars business successfully, set you up with a base. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. You're going to have a lot of fun with this presentation. And with the new things that are governing the world of cryptocurrency, not ours, but just the standard understanding, the basics of cryptocurrency and how it applies to your business and how it applies to the tax breaks. Mr. Mueller, Dr. Mueller is going to go over all of that tomorrow. Says at 2 p.m. on July 11th, and registration is can be found at www.wbwevents. That's wbwevents.com. You do not want to miss this phenomenal event. And of course, coming up in September, all roads will lead to the largest gathering of wealth builders anywhere to be found at one time in the world. Oh my goodness. September 27th through the 26th is Let's Go Weekend, folks. And our theme is relentless. And believe it, we are. We absolutely are. Catch the bug, catch the fire, get with us. And when I talk to you about that Dream Chaser Manifesto, that book is so amazing, so awesome. Okay? You can get your copy right here at shop.mywbw.net, as well as the paraphernalia of wealth builders that allow you to rock our summer shirts and spring items. You want to be in gear. You want to wear the whole armor so you can enjoy God's money. So let's go. Get back with the person that shared this opportunity with you. Let them know you're ready to get started right now, right away. Let's get busy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. And understand that you are in a world of Karatbars International. I want to thank you for your attendance. Thank you for your time, and understand we're back at 9 o'clock to do it again. And look, Karatbars, simply put, is just a world that works for everyone. I'm your brother and friend, Brother Eric Teray Muhammad. Peace and power forward.